So good morning guys.
Good morning.
Today we are in Cadiz. We've been saying Cadiz, but the captain said Cadiz, so we're going with that one. Never been here before.
No, it looks, when we were looking at pictures before we came on the ship, it looks really old, and I believe I did read that it's the oldest city in Spain.
Right.
So it reminded us, when we were looking at pictures, we haven't got off the ship yet, it reminded us a bit of Malta because we've been to there.
Yes.
So yeah, that old worldy,
that kind
feel
of
about it.
always reminds me of like old movies and stuff like that. It looks really
James
nice.
Bond.
Yeah, you could imagine Bond coming through here in his Aston Martin and stuff like that. But yeah, we don't know where we're going. We don't know what we're doing. All we know is it's walkable. We haven't got to get a bus today.
No, and the captain did say as well, out of all the stops we've done on this cruise, that this, he thought, in his opinion, was the favourite place. So we're excited to get off and have a look at that.
Yeah, so hopefully it's just this here. Fingers crossed anyway. We haven't got a clue. But yeah. Oh, I've just seen like a massive old church over there. It's the first time I've seen that. That looks beautiful, actually. But
we just had a couple of days at sea, so I'm ready to get off and stretch these legs
a bit.
Yes.
So you ready?
Yeah.
Let's go. Right, so we just come out of the terminal. There's tour buses one way, or just says to way out to the town this way. I think we're gonna, the guy said go out here and go straight on. There's a monument up there. We're gonna try and find this big churchy looking thing. We don't know where we're going, we're just winging it really.
I was going to say, obviously we're walking around at our own leisure, but again, check with your cruise company or even external companies, because there was a list of excursions you could do as well whilst you're in Cadiz. Literally
across the road from the cruise terminal is this huge monument. It's absolutely lovely. It was completed in 1929, and the monument and its statues commemorate the Constitution of 1812. If you want to know any more about the Constitution of 1812, there's a little website called Google, so just type it in there. Forgot to say at the start, as we always say, don't forget to pinpoint your location on Google Maps. So I know this one's a walkable one and it's pretty easy, but it is a very long straight, and on these hot days you could maybe get a bit dehydrated. I'm sick of the flies already and forget where your ship is, so just always pinpoint your location so you can easily find it.
Just behind Kev's left shoulder, around that corner, that's where we're gonna walk to. Kev says there's a castle there or something.
I didn't say castle, I said maybe a fort or something.
A fort?
Something oldie.
He said something was there anyway.
She doesn't listen, people.
But yeah, we've just come down and just having a nice look on the seafront. It does look lovely here so far.
So we're just walking now and we come across this Catholic church. I'm pronouncing it as Iglesia del Carmen. We can see already, just like we've walked around a couple of streets and down some back alleys, and like the architecture here is really nice. So if you like the history and the architecture of places, this, same as Malta, is a really nice place to come.
We're just saying though that everywhere we go in Spain really, regardless of your beliefs, that doesn't matter to us, all the churches and cathedrals like this, so they're absolutely lovely. We just like looking at them for the buildings alone and the structures like inside. I love them, they're gorgeous in Spain.
So I'm going to give you a little public service announcement here. Just be careful of these white tiles. They're all through there by the seawall, and they're in some of the little parks that are next to the seawall. When they're wet, they are very slippy. So both me and Stacey in the little park we walked through before did almost slip over because they were a little bit wet. So just be careful of these white little slabs there. These grey ones are fine. So we came right off the ship, straight ahead to the monument and then right. If you go more straight ahead and then left, you come to some beaches by the looks of Google Maps, because this way there's no beaches, it's all this sea wall. So if you look over, it's all just like sea, no beach. So if you did want to come off and just maybe relax by the sea, go paddling with the kids or something, don't come this way, go left. I did lie, there is a small beach here that's got no steps, no ladder, no way down. So is it a beach if you can't get down to it? So as you walk along the seawall, you keep coming to these like fortresses. This one isn't open till 10, so we did maybe come off the ship a little bit early, but we aren't here for long. But we thought we'd mention as well, it's not the only way you can come to Cadiz on a cruise ship. If you wanted, you can also drive down in your motorhome, because there's quite a lot here next to this fortress.
Or you could grab yourself some EasyJet flights and fly over.
We aren't sponsored by EasyJet, by the way. You can grab whichever flight you want.
There's multiple ways you can get here.
Or if you want to get your Forrest Gump on, it'll take you about 18 days to walk here. So
you've just googled it, haven't you, on Google Maps?
Yeah.
I said we could do with probably doing that on the way home, the amount we've eaten on this cruise ship.
Speak for yourself. I've only had salads. So here's a bit more of a little beach there. It didn't really show up on Google Maps when I kind of looked at it, but to us, just all like these little white and blue boats, it just feels Mediterranean-y to us. Feels like you're in Spain or Italy, and them kind of. I know that. I'm just saying, it feels like you're in Spain or Italy or them Mediterranean-y little towns and cities. But we've just joked and said, I wonder if all these are pulled in here now because they're worried about going out because of all the orca attacks that have been going on, because Cadiz is quite close to the orcas. I've got there's a map on, somebody's made it on Google Maps where you can see all the orca attacks and sightings, and it's very close to here. So I wonder if they are a bit worried in these little boats.
Yeah, we were looking at it all on the news and things before we came out, weren't we? And Kev said, oh, that's where we'll be sailing around those parts on the ship. So we haven't seen any from the ship. Not that they aren't going to attack that cruise ship though, are they?
No, you don't know.
Don't know.
Okay, so if you see this archway that says La Caleta on it, if you walk through here, just in front of Stacey, there's a seawall bridge. We aren't going to go all the way along it because we've got obviously a lot to see in a very short amount of time. At the end there's another fortress over there and like a lighthouse, so if you're interested in going walk over there and have a nice walk out over the sea, might be a nice little idea for you to just go along this little zigzaggy bridge, and you can see over there's the fortress and the lighthouse. So we've just walked all along the sea wall. We are now here by the cathedral. We're going to have to try and find the way in. We're guessing it's from the other side, but you can see all the different like brickwork. So the brickwork on this right hand side, this whiter brick, is different than the red brick, which is then different to the grey brick. Has something gone on? Will it tell us inside? Who knows? So we've just been walking around the cathedral saying, how do we get in? There's no doors open. It's literally only just turned 10 o'clock and the bells have started ringing and the doors have opened. So it says on Google Maps it's about £6 each. I'm guessing it's about €7-8. So I think we're going to go in there now. Probably won't be able to speak, so we'll probably just stick some clips over now, hopefully. But I'm guessing not. There's not going to be any Indiana Jones references if you watch our Valencia video. So that was inside the cathedral there. It took 116 years to build, and it says on Wikipedia that it is Baroque, Rococo and neoclassical styles. That's why the building looks so different all around, because it took so long to make that they kept changing the plans, so that's why the styles did change. And I will say it did used to be called the Cathedral of the Americas because they used money from trades between America and Spain to build the cathedral. So I don't know if you can just make it out now through those trees. That is our ship. We've just come across this little market square here, and they do have, you know, some little stalls out. We don't know if these are here all the time. They're just like an arts and crafts jewelry kind of market. And then we've walked past that and neither of us have noticed. I'm guessing, is that like the big town hall there? Did you notice that?
No.
No, we did. We've literally just walked down the side of there and didn't notice that at all.
In my defence, I'm bossing to go to the toilet, and there's a little McDonald's next to the square, so we might go and grab just a drink just so I can use the toilet.
So there's another little tip. If you're craving a Big Mac,
Not if you're craving to go to the toilet.
Not if you're craving to go to the toilet. If you're craving a Big Mac or something McDonald's-ish, I know probably people are after almost 2 weeks on a cruise, then there's a McDonald's for you. Right, so I've just Googled it, and what we said might have been a town hall. That's actually a church. That's the least churchy church I think I've ever seen. So we are back at the back of the cathedral by the sea wall. So as you can see, there's the cathedral. And we are just going to go for a walk along the sea wall now, carry on. There's a massive beach. Looks ridiculously busy. And there's the sea crashing against the sea wall. That's why they've got a sea wall, people. Stops the sea with a wall. So just along the seafront, just across the road, you've got this Plaza de la Constitution. So I'm guessing this is another monument to the Constitution, like the one we showed you earlier, but this one's got like a lovely fountain in the middle. I don't think there's anything else here. There's no museum or anything. It's just a nice thing to come and see. Since we got off the ship, we've seen this structure here. We thought it was going to be like a Seattle Tower, one of those kind of things where you can go up in it and it's like a 360-degree view of the city. And then as we've got closer, we've seen that it says Telefonica, so it must be like a phone company mast or something. It's just a bit ghastly, so we obviously thought it was a tower.
Either that or I said, is it an airport?
Oh yeah, Stacey originally thought there was a runway on the beach, but
yeah, right close to the beach. Yeah. It was further away from the beach when we were all the way over there.
Yeah, so there's one of the beaches. This looked a lot busier further away. See, you just saw a lot of little black figures, so I thought it was busier, but there's people sunbathing, there's dogs on the beach, you've got footballs, I can see people surfing over there, paddleboards. So, you know, if you want to come off the busy ship, come down to a nice little beach, find an area with a little beach towel and chill out in the sand.
So Cadiz is near Gibraltar then?
Not too far.
Because I know at 1 o'clock in the morning on the ship they said we were going past the Rock of Gibraltar. So I do know that Cadiz, the autonomous community that it's in, I think is Andalusia.
Right, okay.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is.
Stacey's been doing a lot of autonomous community searches. But I don't know why he told us at 1 o'clock we were going past the Rock of Gibraltar, because we will have seen zero, because it was pitch black. So we wouldn't have seen it anyway.
Oh yeah, and we were in an inside cabin.
Well, we could have gone up on the top deck, but we wouldn't have seen it because it was pitch black.
That time of morning in my pyjamas.
Right, okay, so there is a hop on, hop off bus. I've just literally sprinted down here because it was stopped behind the wagon. So if you don't want to walk and you just want to see the sights from the comfort of a covered seat, jump on the sightseeing Cadiz bus. You know, the red ones, they're everywhere in the world. So as we've walked all the way along here, all along the sea wall, there have been loads of people fishing there just off the sea wall. I've just seen a guy right over there on the rocks. I can see his rod flashing now and again. That sounded weird. His fishing rod. You can just see it glimpsing now and again in the sun when he casts it out. But there's loads of people all here. There's two blokes down here with blue buckets. They're looking for something. I don't know if they're after crabs or some clams, mussels. But there's loads of people out and about. There's a guy over there in a bit of a rock pool. He's digging for something. So it's the life though, isn't it? If you lived here on a day off, right, I'm going to come down, fish for my own dinner, gonna get my own clams, make a bit of paella, and then I'm gonna sit on the beach, and Stacey can gut the fish and clean the clams and mussels.
No, I'd be sat sunbathing on the beach and you could be out doing all that. Me gutting the fish, could you imagine that?
I know.
Come on now.
The beach carries on all the way down there, so there's plenty of beach if you did want to come up and just have a nice walk on the beach. Stacey's just pointed out these buildings down here, it feels very Miami-esque. Like, is it North Beach? South Beach? South Beach. Very South Beach-esque along the beach, you know, all the blue buildings and stuff. But we're going to turn off now down this way because the captain did make an announcement last night, I believe, when he was on about Cadiz, and he said there's a very nice shopping centre, so Stacey obviously wants to go spend some more money. So we're going to go that way and try find it. So if you came off the ship and went left and headed towards the big fancy looking bridge that looks a bit like the Swan Bridge, I believe it's called, in Rotterdam, this is where the shopping centre is, just behind my glamorous assistant there. Yes, thank you very much. So we haven't got a clue what's in here. We're just going to go have a look. It's a nice bit of a aircon time as well.
Yeah, it's really warm today. I could just said to Kev as well, I could just eat an ice cream, I think. And you could.
Oh, I can always eat ice cream.
I know.
Anyway.
Let's go in.
Oh, it's too warm. It did say, the captain did say last night it was going to be 25 degrees. We've just seen one of them little pharmacy signs, and he did say 32. So the captain's a liar.
It's like really sticky as well. Oh, I feel it now.
I can feel it straight away.
Shopping centre or like a department
I don't
store?
know. Might be a mixture, so who knows. I think it's like a department store, so there you go. So it looks like it's got a supermarket in this. What are we classing this as? I don't know if it's a mall, a department store,
No
whatever
idea.
it is.
This part is like one big supermarket.
But it, like, we just literally, we're walking over, because we didn't buy cans in the last one, we were looking in this one as well. And Stacey caught a glimpse of this.
I absolutely love crisps, potato chips, wherever you want to call it, wherever you're from. And look at that big bag for like €7. It's got loads of them bags inside. Or are they salted as well?
Probably.
Or are they patatas fritas?
Yeah, crisps.
Yeah, is that what it is in Spanish?
Yeah, patatas fritas.
Yeah, patatas fritas. We call them crisps, yeah. But wow, look at that. I'd love to take that home. But we've come on a cruise and we haven't flown, so there's no weight limit.
Good idea.
See ya.
We've just spotted these. Is it Vissens? Vissens? This is some chocolate that we brought in Barcelona. They actually sell them in this supermarket. We did buy 3 of these bars, and it ended up costing us £29 for 3 bars of chocolate.
We brought some of the caramelised nuts as well.
Yeah, we went a nut shop as well, didn't we?
That was somewhere else. Yeah,
Valencia. No.
Was that? No, where was that?
Oh, Cartagena, when we should have gone
to Marseille. We went to Cartagena. Yeah, so we'll put a picture over now of that little selection of goodness we've got for when we get back home. Yeah,
so this is basically just a massive department store. Like each brand has got its own little section, so they aren't individual shops. It's got a little cafeteria part over there if you want drinks or anything to eat. There's a travel agent. So
doesn't look like it does ice cream though. Oh well.
So I don't know if he's showing up, but we've just seen this. If he's moving in the tree there, there's a wild little green parrot. He was on a bench and then he flew off, and he won't come down to us, so he's definitely wild. See, he's not bothered. Want a cracker? No. I don't know what's Spanish for cracker, Stace.
No idea.
Oh, we can't get him. Right, oh, there's one. Oh, there's 2 flying off before I could show you. Hopefully you saw them. There was 2 parrots there on the fence anyway. So, coming out of the shopping centre, whatever you want to call it, and we came left. There's obviously that little park, what we showed you, and then other than that, we walked along the seafront. There's nothing there. We came up through another park, walked along this road. There's nothing here, so there's literally nothing unless you walk back along the beach, which is that way, because that's the top of the tower, what we thought was like an observation tower, which isn't. So maybe you might want to go back that way. Finally we can actually see this ship properly, unless it's a horrible mirage and it's not really there. That's what it feels like anyway, because it feels like we've been walking for absolutely hours. So we spotted this big Spanish flag when we were doing the intro off the top of the ship earlier. There's a lovely fountain that Stacey won't let me jump in. Oh, and then quickly just behind this wagon that's going to block the picture, that's apparently the Parliament building, I'm guessing. Thanks, truck. It's too hot for Rio to do all that. There you go, there you go. It's a nice looking building.
I got me ice cream.
Finally.
I was going to say, you walked us up that industrial street in the blaring heat. I was going to pass out at one point, so yes, I have got me ice cream.
You weren't on Google Maps. It's so nice to have an ice cream.
Yeah, it is though.
But we're just going to call it quits now. We're going to head back onto the ship because it's about 3:30 now. We've got to be back on for 4:30 anyway, so by the time we've eaten these and, get back on and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, it is, obviously it might be different when you're on board or if you're on a different ship, but it's quite an early time we've got to be back on. So you can, I think the ship docked up at 7:30, but of course most things don't open till 10, so Yeah, it is a short day, so
Yeah.
but yeah, we've had a lovely day. It's been really nice coming to Cadiz. We'd never
it's been a really nice place. Yeah,
we've
yeah,
never
yeah.
been before.
No.
So yeah, it was lovely.
Yeah, it's been really nice, but I'm going to hurry up because this is melting in my hand.
Mine's all dripping down.
So as always, thanks for watching. Hit that subscribe button, leave us a like, leave us a comment if you've been Cadiz. Yada yada yada, you know the score. This is literally dripping down my hand. So as always, thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you next time.
Did you walk down the industrial street?
No, probably. I don't. Maybe. Did you?